Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 2 of your Vancouver Canucks franchise mode here on NHL 13, as today we're starting up the simulation here in 2012-13 year, as we'll begin our first year underway here with the Canucks, which I am pretty damn excited to start up. But before we get into that, I'd like to just say, if you are new to the channel, make sure to smack that subscribe button and hit that like button as well, as it'll be very much appreciated, boys. So let's get into the very first episode, and let's get into the simulation here with the Canucks, as it's going to be a pretty fun time. As you guys all know, in the last episode, we got all the lineups ready to go for this upcoming season. We got the Sedins, Burrows, Booth, Kessler, Higgins. We got a pretty good lineup going for us right now. I think we could do pretty damn good into this upcoming season. Now, there's a few things that we definitely do need to upgrade on, like our depth. Dale Weiss is definitely not somebody you want in your fourth line, but we still have a pretty respectable team, to say the least, and I think we definitely got a good team building up. Now, there's definitely some things that we need to tweak upon, some players that we definitely need to trade away and release up some cap, because I want to build this team to the best of our abilities. Now, of course, we have some big cap hits, like Jason Garrison should not be getting paid $4.6 million. He should be a guy that's not even being paid that much. And then Keith Ballard as well, most likely we're going to be trying to get rid of him as well this upcoming season, since he's locked up for the next 3 years as well. So we're going to figure out a lot this upcoming season. Of course, as you guys know, the Sedins are at 32 years of age, so we don't know how much longer we got of them, but we probably have a good solid 6 years. We're probably going to only have a good solid 4 to 5 years, maybe, if that, where we're going to have them playing their best hockey. So we're going to have to really push hard to make this team to the best we possibly can. So before, I guess, we get into the simulation, because I don't think we really need to do too much else, I think the one thing that we need to, keep an eye on is Corey Schneider, because I think this is definitely a guy that we do trade away. It's when is his birthday, because that is a real big dependent on when his birthday is, March 18th, so that's right before the deadline. So that's actually kind of perfect, because we're planning on trading away Corey Schneider. I've been thinking about it, and I think Corey Schneider, I would like to keep him. Either that or we trade Roberto Luongo, but I think Luongo is a guy that you want to keep on the team, 33 years of age. Now, we could go with a goaltending duo, but we can massively improve the team with trading away Schneider. If he does jump up and plays pretty good, maybe we make him the dedicated starter, but we'll kind of have to see. That is going to be really a big case. And I mean, they did make a deal in real life where Florida picked up him, and we got Jacob Markstrom, which, I mean, it's not a bad idea, but yeah, no. We're not doing that. We're not doing what they did in real life. We're totally changing everything up. But let's get into the simulation, because that's what we're here to do. But before we do that, I do need to turn off the injuries before I forget that, and we get 14 billion injuries and have to deal with them. And we're going to turn on the injuries, of course, during the playoffs. But I hated dealing with injuries during the simulation, because it is painfully fucking slow, the simulation, and it is painfully hard to edit lines. So let's get into the very, very long simulation that we're going to have to deal with, which is all right, as we'll get ready here for the first game of the regular season. We'll just continue here, man. I'm ready. Let's get a good season underneath of us. I'm excited to see how well the Vancouver Canucks will do. We got Luongo, and so they wanted us to make it to the conference semifinals this year. Is what the guy wants us to do, which we're definitely going to make it pretty deep into the playoffs this year. I really want to go deep with this team this year. I want to have a really good season here with the Vancouver Canucks. So I think the auto rotates. Do they have auto rotates goalie at this time of in this time? I think they do. Let's if I could stop the fucking simulate. Jesus, Murphy. Let's see here, because if not, we could rotate the goalies, but I'm pretty sure they do have auto rotates goalies. No, they do not. Okay, so we're going to have to automatically rotate the goalies. Shit, really? Because I don't think they will. I mean, we could. I guess we could see, but I don't think that this time they had auto rotates goalies in. I think you manually had to do it. So coming back and playing these games, there's like some perks that like you miss, and then there's other ones it's like, oh dude, what the fuck is this? It traded in Yukon for fucking a first-round pick? Get out of here, bruh. Nah. Get your shit out of here, Blue Jackets. Nah, bruh. What the hell are you on? So I think we're going to have to do auto-rotates goalies, which is fine. I mean, I did it all the time in NHL 22. It's just slow-ass simulation. That's the problem, is the slow-ass menus that we're going to have to deal with. That's okay, though. But we're starting off pretty good. 3-1 to start off the season. We're looking pretty good. That Kessler line is doing pretty well. We lose against the Blue Jackets, which is okay. We got the Red Wings and the Penguins coming up. As the Schneider's in the net. And we get a big 6-5 victory. Good job there, boys. Good job, boys. Schneider, how you doing, bud? How was your first 2 games? You let in a lot of goals in the first 2 games, which is kind of concerning. Yeah, 354, 891 save percentage. Yeah, definitely not a flawless start. Luongo, my man. Lou, baby. Oh, yeah. I think we got to keep Lou. I know he's a little older and he's going to probably drop here in a little bit, but I think you just got to sacrifice some future to really make this team a deep team. I know in real life they traded away Schneider for a first-round pick, but I think what we're going to do is pick up a player that is ready for the now and is going to affect the team now. I think that's what we're mainly going to do, because I think that will be probably our best bet. I mean, they did get a good 9th overall selection out of it, but I think for us in this situation, I think we're definitely going to try to go all for it. Really make this team as deep as we possibly can. And I want to just purely rely on Lou. Luongo's our big man. We're not taking all these goddamn stupid vets. Get out of here. Nah, bruh. Colorado, we lose 2-0 against Colorado. If Lou loses another game, we'll pull him out. No, we'll give Lou another game here, and then we'll yank him, and then Schneider will get the next few. We're not getting a whole lot of points, as I can see there as well, so maybe that's something that we might have to take a look at. Oh, yeah, scouting, too. Does the scouting do it automatically? I can't remember. Or do you have to set it yourself? You just have to go and edit? Okay. Scouting, okay. Because I definitely do want to do scouting. Oh, okay, so maybe we've already done some scouting. Okay, that's good. You know, I wouldn't mind some future forwards. I mean, I wouldn't mind just about anything for prospects right now, quite honestly. Like, what's the rankings this year? Who we got in the draft? Oh, it's the Nail Yakupov, dude. Oh, God, dude, I love that, dude. Holy shit, we got the worst draft ever. We got some pretty good prospects, though. I mean, if we keep our pick, I mean, we could probably get somebody half decent, quite honestly. Matthew Dump up there, yeah. I think we're gonna try to keep our first round pick this year. If not, then, I mean, it'll be what it is. But I would like to try to keep that top pick. So, since we're a decent ways in, what is struggling, we'll quickly just rotate the goalies here, because Luongo lost the last few games there. 6-4. Luongo is just looking like a beast right now, but we're not scoring enough goals from what it looks like. So I think that's definitely something that we gotta quickly look at here and see what's going on and all that sort of shenanigans. So most points, we got Sedin at 7, Daniel there. So yeah, we need to maybe switch up the lineups a little bit. Maybe get David Booth up to the top line. Maybe that will switch things up a little bit. Our depth not looking terrible. Playing all right. Defense, BXL leading the team in points. Hamu's doing all right. Ballard, Edler, Stupple, Garrison, and Hamu's really not looking very well. So maybe we'll throw Stupple up there. Maybe that will help us a little bit. And also, guys, if you haven't already, I know I probably already said it, but hit the like button if you guys really enjoyed the series, because I'm gonna have a lot of fun, I think, playing with the Vancouver Canucks. I never really actually played with them when I was younger, just because of the fact when I was younger I fucking hated the Canucks. I don't hate them anymore, so I think it'd be, you know, fun franchise mode to kind of go and play through, and it's already been kind of a blast. I'm really hoping that we could bring home a cup to the Sedins before they retire. So, like, that's a big thing in my goal, because, you know, they weren't able to do it in real life, so let's do it here now. Let's bring, you know, the Sedins a cup so they can, you know, retire happy with a cup in their hands. So I definitely think we're going to have to really push hard and maybe sacrifice every fucking pick we can to just go all in every single season until we possibly can't no more. Because, you know, we got some tough teams. Chicago's going to be a tough team to go up against, I think, no matter what. They're always going to be a tough team. And then, yeah, we could play Luongo for the next 4 and then Schneider back in again. Get our boy Lou back in the net there. Get him the next few starts. So we're starting to produce a little bit. We threw Mr. David Booth up to the top line. So I think that will hopefully help us a little bit. Maybe he can get himself going a little bit more alongside of Henrik and Daniel, which he looks like he is. And that line's starting to produce a little bit more, which I like. I like ye. I think this game might have had low scoring in it. I can't remember if it did or not. I haven't played NHL 13 and well, it's like every year is so different. Like every video game is so different. And look at the Minnesota Wild. Holy shit, they're a good team. We're not picking up Al Gill. Get the hell out of here with these old ass players. I like this style of menu, you know? I mean, it sucks that we don't have the standings. We just have the injuries. I wish we had the standings right beside there, but I like the transaction screen right there. It's just such a beautiful, crisp screen. Oh, and I think with this, we have just these standings, if I'm correct, too. Which is dope. Right? Oh, yeah, we just... Oh, sweet. So where are we sitting now? We're sitting at 6 in the Western Conference right now. Which we're still in a playoff spot. So I do give us that. We're still in a playoff spot. We're ahead of the Blackhawks, but LA, Minnesota, Detroit, all having really good seasons right now. Are those the teams that are top of their divisions? I'm guessing. As we'll continue on here. New York. We got to beat them. And we lose 6-0 against the New York Rangers. Holy jamoli. Well, once again, switch up the lineup. So I think in today's episode, we're going to try to get up all the way to the deadline and then figure out what we want to do before that. Or I guess before Schneider's birthday, which is March 18th. So I think that's definitely the day that we want to kind of make the deal, because March 18th is, yeah, so right before the deadline. So let's try to get up to the deadline as quick as we can, and because we're right now just at the ending of November here, so we'll get Schneider in for the next few games. Give him a few starts. So the Islanders, we got coming up 2-1 victory over the Isles. Big, massive victory against them. We got the Buffalo Sabres. They're 9-9 on the year. Vanek and Leno are absolutely amazing. We get a big win over them. Raymond on the third line, 7 goals. He's looking amazing. BX has just been an amazing defenseman for us as well. We're not trading away our first for a fucking bum, man. And also, I think the Pigs have really low trade value in this game as well, from what I remember, from what I'm seeing now. I think this is one of the games with yeah, because I don't think they upped the trade value of picks until a little bit later on, when they actually started having a little bit of worth. So Schneider is really packing on the wins here, man. He's doing good. Now we have a little bit of a fucking goalie battle here, man. Of course we do. Schneider's 8-2. Oh my god, man. I mean, if Schneider's going to play really that goddamn good, oh, they're both playing amazing right now, man. We're just getting solid goaltending. That is pure and simple. We're just getting really solid goaltending. And, I mean, that's what we exactly wanted. We wanted solid goaltending, and we're getting exactly that. We weren't able to score against the Preds. I mean, that's understandable. The Preds are like a defensive beast. The Sens, big win against the Sens. That was massive. Massive dub. And the Sedins, both Henrik leading in assists and Daniel leading in goals. That's what we're talking about. That's what we want to see. Lost there against the Oilers. Not what we wanted to see, that's for sure. Got the Sharks and Leafs coming up. Big game against the Sharks. I mean, we could trade away Luongo and then just go with Schneider. Because, I mean, if Schneider's going to be really good and he's going to grow a little bit more, I mean, we could definitely go with that way, too. It's just kind of dependent on what we want to kind of go with. Leclerc is leading the Leafs in wins. That is weird. That is weird. All right, because that's a big thing. If Schneider's going to do really good for us and really, you know, get us a lot of wins, I mean, we could go with him as well. So, scout assignment that we got to deal with. So yeah, I think we've watched the defenseman a pretty good amount. We did the forwards. We got the OHL. Which yeah, let's scout the OHL because I know there's some pretty good, decent forwards there as well. And we'll get past the Minnesota game. So we're 29-2 here with the Vancouver Canucks. We're really doing good. We're starting. I mean, that was a really good month here. We're really packing on the wins. We were on a 4-game winning streak. I mean, we're not having any big winning streaks, but look at us. We're second in the Western Conference right now. That is absolutely amazing for us. For points wise, none of our guys are up in the points. Brad Richards leading the points, and the Rangers. Leclerc leading in wins. That's actually kind of crazy. But Luongo, look at his save percentage and goals against. Absolutely amazing there by Mr. Lou. A 936 save percentage. I mean, that's kind of hard to trade away. So, yeah, that's the thing. You guys are definitely going to hear me go back and forth on what we're going to want to do with the goaltending. It's either, we keep Lou or we keep the young guy in Schneider and go with the young guy, right? That's the thing. It's either we go with the young guy or we go with the big old vet who's been here for a while now and has done so well for the Vancouver Canucks for years. So it's really a tough decision on what we want to do. Schneider definitely did not have a good game against the Blue Jackets, that's for sure. Rough outing there. We got the Blues. Big dub against the Blues. The Flames now. We just got to shut it down, get a big dub here against the Flames. And we do not. Another loss there for the Canucks. So I'm probably going to go back and forth on it a lot on what we want to do. Because, I mean, we could just trade and get a goaltender a little bit later on or sign someone. It's definitely hard to find a goaltender that's really good. That's the concerning part, right? Like, if Luongo starts to drop, then we're going to really have to start focusing on finding a good goalie if we do trade away Schneider. I guess it's just the sacrifice we're going to have to make. Hey, Jason Arnott. I mean, yeah, I like him, but yeah, 4 points in 34 games. Yeah, no, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good, dude. The Boston Bruins, the team that beat us in the Cup Finals 2 years back. We're gonna come for revenge. I'm not worried about it. We're coming for revenge. I want that fucking cup again. I want that cup here in Vancouver, and we're gonna bring it to Vancouver, baby. We're bringing it to Vancouver, baby. The Blues lost against the Blues. Decline that. We'll continue on here. Blue Jackets lost against the Blue Jackets. We got the Oilers upcoming. Oh, man, the Oilers actually not even looking that bad either. Okay, yeah, we got to stop the simulation here. We're starting to get some losses. We got to switch the goaltender up. Hey! Hey, bitch! Hey! Stop the fucking sim. There we go. Oh, wow. Ryan Smith and Nikolai Habibulin heading off to Philly. Holy shit, that's a massive deal. I mean, massive deal for me because I love Smitty. I cannot believe they traded Smitty again. I wanted to take a look at Lou. Lou's losing a lot of games, but I mean, he's still packing it in. I mean, that's pretty good for Lou. Schneider, 9-4. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a tough decision on what we want to do. I guess we'll just kind of leave it up because we're now in January now, so we're getting down to the last little bit here where we're definitely going to make a big deal here sooner or later. I think we'll leave that up for the next episode, though. I don't want to, speed through every year right quick. I want to, do like how we usually do. Leave it to the next episode or whatever it may be. We get the Leafs coming up here. We just need to get some big dubs here. A loss there against the Leafs. We're still 25-15-3, which is a pretty good record. We're still playing pretty good. We're putting up some good numbers here. I think we're definitely going to check out the lineup, see what's going on, who's doing well, who's doing bad, all that sort of shenanigans. So we just got to get big. Oh no, we lost against the Caps. Okay. Can we get a win against the Red Wings? And we take a dub here against the Red Wings. Okay, so that's beautiful. So we're third place. Not looking too bad. I mean, we would technically be in sixth right now, but we're in a decent spot right now. Why does it do that? Oh, yes, we're in sixth. Yeah, okay. So I guess it just does it there because it shows who's leading their division, which we are. But we're in sixth right now, so technically we'd be facing, so San Jose 8. We would be facing... Oh, no. Jeez, what the fuck, man? No, we're not facing Boston. So, yeah, by points, I guess we would be sixth. Okay. So do they, hang on, are they doing the divisions? No, because they have the 3 divisions. Okay, so it's all by Western Conference. Okay. Besides that now, let's take a look at the team here, how we're doing and everything. So the Sedins, yeah, that line up there was really, really good with the Sedins and then Booth. We got a really good line going there. Higgins, Kessler, and Burrows. Not bad. They're not producing a whole lot of points, which is understandable. They're not a big producing line anyways. And then our 4th line not looking too great. Defense, BXL looking pretty good. Dan Hemming still at a -1, but Stumple's doing not too bad with him. Edler, pretty good alongside of BXL, which I love. Goaltending, Luongo has been the man of the hour. Been really solid for us. 4 shutouts already on the year. Yeah, he's been a brick wall for us this year, to say the least. He's been really big for us. So we will go back to edit lines here. And then we will quickly take a look at who's available around the league right quick as well, because I just wanted to kind of just touch base of what's available around the league. We might have to just make our own type of deal for a team that's looking for a goalie that is willing to trade away one of their players, because I don't think there's going to be anybody that's really appetizing that's going to be wanting to be traded away. I'm guessing. And that's not super fucking old, because we're not trading Schneider for an old fart. Or a prospect that's going to take a bit to develop, right? What's Charlie Coyle at? 58 overall? Yeah, nah. No. We need an NHL-ready guy that's, like, ready to go in the NHL, playing right now. That's not 36 years of age. Sorry for the beeping back there. I think the garbage truck is fucking picking up the garbage. Picking up the garbage. Okay, yeah, there's nothing available, so we're probably going to have to make our own manual trade is what I'm guessing we're going to have to do. So I might have to do some pre-scouting off video of what we're going to do. I'll probably... Now, that's the problem. What do we upgrade on? What do we trade for Schneider? I think maybe a defenseman is what I'm kind of feeling. A defenseman might not be a bad idea to pick up for the team. That's what I'm kind of feeling. Because I think a defenseman would help the team massively. That's the thing. We could use some more offense too. We could almost use a combination of both, right? Like you could trade away probably one of the Garrison or something like that. Relieve up some cap for the team. I guess we'll have to see. Kind of scout out what we would like. Because I think what we could do is just take a look at... I don't know if they had that feature in the game yet. We could just go to your trading block. And then just kind of... Can you search the list? Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, sweet. They can do that. See, I love this. I love this fucking feature in this game, dude. So, like, if you wanted to take a look at top 4 guys. My bad, not my bad, my bad, bro. Yeah, okay. So, we'll worry about that later. Anyways. Actually, yeah, let's, no, they're not going to offer us anything good. So, yeah, we'll get up to the All-Star game. Because we can actually take a look at who makes it in the All-Star game. Holy shit! Oh, my mind's blown. I cannot believe this hasn't been in on any of the installments since, like, NHL 14. Isn't that just nuts? Where I could actually play the All-Star game and see who's in the fucking All-Star game. Isn't that just incredible? Look at that. Daniel Sedin made the All-Star game this year. Parise, Getzlaf, Hossa, Marlowe, Stastny, Ryan, Hall, Backus, Legwan. So our boy Henrik did not make it to the team, but Daniel did. Boyle, Doughty, Tutin Yandel, and then Goligoski and Dennis Wyman. I guess all the offensive defensemen, guys who produce points. And then goaltenders Rene and Jonas Hiller is the goaltending for the All-Star game there for the East. And then you got Ovi, Crosby, Kovalchuk, Giroux, Stamkos, Lupul, Spencer, Richards, and Wheeler, Wolski, Stahl, and Skinner. And then all the way at the goaltending, you got Miller and Price. I guess I forgot to take a look at the defense. Markov, Letang, Ehrhoff, and Del Zaster. And then you got Fearens. Okay, that's weird. And Mark Straight made it into the All-Star game. Alrighty, so let's continue on here. As I think we got Schneider in the net now. Yeah, we'll get Luongo in here for the next few. He had a little bit of a break, so we could throw Luongo back in here. I want my boy Luongo, the Mr. Lou. Mr. Lou. We'll continue on our simulation here. I do want to make a deal here soon, so I think we'll stop up the simulation here in just a bit. And we'll start scouting out what we want to do, what we want to improve, all that sort of shit. And yeah, so scouting assignment again. I think we'll do another assignment here in OHL. Yeah, screw it. Why not? We'll do another one. 5 weeks, sure. Come on, Lou. We need to get some wins here, bud. We need to get some wins. Colorado. Big win against the Colorado Avalanche. That's massive for us. We needed that. We got Chicago coming up, which we need a big win against Chicago. We win over Chicago. That's huge. So we're 30, 18, and 3. This is a pretty good year for the Vancouver Canucks, quite honestly. Joe Broda. We definitely do not need Joe Broda. Joe Broda. Colorado and Mini. Birds chirping away outside, man. They keep me... Dude, those motherfucking things, they keep me awake all morning. I wake up and I hear them just chirping away. I mean, I'm starting to get used to it, but holy crow, they are ever talkative. They just chirp like for hours and they never shut up. It's a kind of a tick off sometimes, especially when you're trying to sleep and you can't fall asleep. Okay, we needed Schneider in the net now. As Luongo was starting to heat up, we got to rip him out. We got to rip him out. Yeah, Luongo's still doing pretty damn good. He's definitely quieted down a little bit since the beginning of the season, but that was going to happen sooner or later. We'll give Schneider a good solid 5 games or so here. Oh, lost against the Minnesota Wild, which we definitely did not. We get the Jets coming up, though, so we could get, hopefully, a win against them. The Jets, we win. That's huge. So, yeah, we're going to scout out teams that need a goaltender this year and then kind of decide on what team to kind of go with. I think is going to be kind of the idea. Is we'll scout out everyone, see who needs a goalie, everything in that sorts. You know what? We're a decent ways away from the deadline. Let's take a look here at what we could do for the team, all right? So, we're going to stop up the simulation here now. So, we're just going to kind of scout out what we need to do, what we need to improve upon. So, forwards, we got the Sedins and David Booth all doing quite well. They're all having really good seasons. Our second line between Burrows, Higgins, and Kessler, I think can use an improvement. I think Higgins could either be traded or, you know, downplayed a little bit lower down in the lineup. You got Mason Raymond, Hansen, Lapierre. Our depth is not looking too bad, so maybe adding another depth piece to the team is not a bad idea either. So defense, you got Hamhuis leading the team in points now alongside of Bieksa, then Ballard, Edler, Garrison, and Stumple, which we definitely need an improvement in our top 4, I think. And then Luongo looking absolutely amazing here for the Canucks as well. So, team standings. We'll quickly take a look at that. So, in the Western Conference, we are placed up here in 5th in the conference. So, somehow the Oilers are in the playoffs too. But since we're in 5th, we'll be going up against the Ducks in the first round of action. So, our goals for per game, we are placed 13th in goals for per game. Our goals against is pretty damn good. So, we really don't even need a defenseman. We can just use some more offense. Our power play is really good, and our PK. So we just maybe need a little bit more 5-on-5 production. I think that's really about it. Alrighty, so let's take a look at around the league, see who needs a goalie and shit like that. I guess we could just, because they won't show the overalls, which kind of sucks ass. So what we could do is just go through contracts, I think is what's going to actually show us overalls and stuff. So we can just take a look at every team through this. So Washington will probably need a good goalie. They only got Nervert and Holtby, Pavlak. I mean, almost any team could use a good goaltender, quite honestly, right now. Even Chicago. They only have Crawford and Ray Emery, but fuck Chicago, quite honestly. They don't need any goalies from us. Devin Dubnyk and Tyler Bunz. Yeah, there's a lot of teams around the entire NHL that could use a goalie. Like, even New Jersey could use one. So, yeah, I don't think we really need to worry about that. I think there's a decent amount of teams out there that would be definitely lining up for Corey Schneider. If we were to offer him on the table. So, Let's take a look at what we can do here. So a training block, can we remove it? Clear, clear, clear. I'd like a forward. Let's take a look at any forwards, but I like younger players. So I'd like a guy between 27, and then that's the same with D. I like a guy between 27 and at least a half decent overall. Something that we can pick up half decently. I think first thing first, let's take a look at defenseman here. So we're definitely not going to be... Oh, my God. Game. Okay, 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 okay. Overalls. Okay, so actually... So Shea Weber might be an available guy, but they got Rene, so they wouldn't be trading him. You got Hedman, Eric Johnson, Jack Johnson. Some of the younger guys down here. Let's just search by overall. So we need a right-handed guy as well. Zach Bogosian, 22 years of age, free agent this year. The Jets really don't got a whole lot, though. That's the problem. See, New Jersey would make sense here because they did trade away Adam Larson in real life, and they would probably be looking for a good goaltender. So Adam Larson might make sense here to make a deal with. I'm going to wait and think about it for the next episode. But yeah, these guys later on down here, they're just kind of, they're all right. They're not bad ideas to pick up, but I think the guys up here are kind of more of an interest for me. So somebody like a John Carlson. John Carlson might not be a bad idea from Washington. And we could make a big blockbuster deal. So I think really the only guys that make sense is none of the guys up here because these are all big players for all the teams. But I think guys like a Adam Larson or a John Carlson or even a Kevin Shattenkirk would make sense for the team. Let's take a look at John Carlson here because he's a cheap guy. John Carlson, 23 years of age, still could develop a decent amount. And for the team, you already got for their defensive core, you already got Dmitry Orlov, Alzner, Green. You got to, they definitely don't got a great defensive core right now. Do they have any overalls? Yeah, we can just, I guess, look by the roles. So they got Alzner, Green, Schultz, and Hammerlich, and then that's really it. They got Carlson. Forward-wise, they definitely don't got a whole lot of guys that we could really pick up from them. So let's take a look at New Jersey. New Jersey was another team that we could have made a deal with. And they, in real life, they did trade away Larson, so it makes sense to go after Larson in this deal, even though they really don't got a whole lot of players to trade or defensemen to kind of fill in that place in general anyways. So that is kind of the concerning part. For forward-wise, they don't really got a lot of big names either. That's the problem. So we would probably have to make two separate deals if we were to really want to do something like that. Right? That's the thing with that. I'm just trying to think here what we can do. PK Subban was near being traded too from Montreal, but they got Carey Price, so they wouldn't take our man. See, maybe Winnipeg might not be a bad idea because they did trade away Zach Bogosian a little bit later on because what do they got for their future defense? I don't think they really got anybody right now for their future defensive core, but they are a rebuilding team, but they probably wouldn't want to trade away Zach Bogosian, their only young defenseman on the team, for a goaltender. I mean, it might not be a bad idea for them since they don't got anything but for Pavlak. And Pavlak, I mean, young, I mean, he's not a bad idea to keep going, but... Trying to think here. Huh... This is a tough one. This is a tough one because it's like, what do we do? You know, like, what do we do with the team? Maybe do we go with somebody that's a little bit lower overall that could develop into something? You know, maybe that's something what we could do. This is getting a little too low. right? Because, I mean, we could pick up like an 82 overall and maybe develop him into something. Like a Niskanen or a Luke Shen, but I'm pretty sure all those teams are playoff teams. Got Phoenix, maybe make a deal with them. Like, the best guys you could possibly go with. I guess you do got Jeff Schultz, and Carlson is pretty young. So John Carlson might not be a bad idea. You're giving them a pretty good, right? Like, you're getting a pretty good defenseman from them. Plus, you're getting Corey Schneider back in the deal, which we still would have leverage in the deal in general. So we could make a deal just to pick up Braden Holtby as a backup. 6-6. He's not looking too bad, so you just pick up that and Braden Holtby. But I think we'll make the deal in the next video. I'm going to do a little bit more pre-scouting on what we can do. Maybe if we could pick up anybody from the team. Because what else do they got? Brooks Lake, but I don't think they would want to trade away any of the guys because they would be a team that would be going for it. So I think John Carlson for Corey Schneider, and then you add Holtby, maybe some picks onto the deal. But I think we'll figure that out in the next episode. For right now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Adios, amigos.